I did everything right. I saved 20% of every paycheck. I skipped vacations. I drove the same car for 11 years. I said no to dinners, no to concerts, no to things that would have made my life actually enjoyable. And after 15 years of doing that, I was poorer than when I started. Not poorer on paper. My bank account had more zeros. But in real purchasing power, in what that money could actually buy, I had lost. Quietly, slowly, and nobody warned me. Today I'm going to show you exactly why saving money the way most people do it is one of the most financially destructive habits you can have in 2026, and I'm going to show you what I do instead. Stay with me, because what I'm about to tell you will make you angry, and then it will make you free. Let me ask you something. Imagine you have $10,000 sitting in a savings account. You feel good, you feel responsible, you feel safe. Now imagine someone is slowly reaching into that account every single month, taking a little bit, not much, just enough that you don't notice, just enough that you think everything is fine. That someone has a name. It's called inflation. Here's the reality that banks don't put on their websites. In 2024, the average savings account in America paid around 0.5% interest. The average inflation rate that same year, around 3.4%. Do the math. You are losing nearly 3% of your money's value every single year while thinking you're being responsible. On $10,000, that's $300 gone. Not from your balance, from your power, from what that money can actually do for you. And here's what makes it worse. It's invisible. Your statement still says $10,000, maybe $10,050 after interest. You feel fine. You feel ahead. But you're not. You're running on a treadmill that's moving backwards. And this is just the beginning, because inflation is the slow thief. What I'm about to show you next, that's the fast one. Let me show you two people. Call them Sarah and Mike. Sarah is the saver. Every month, she puts $500 into her savings account. She does this for 30 years. She never touches it. She is disciplined. She is proud. At the end of 30 years, with average savings account interest, Sarah has roughly $195,000. Sounds great, right? Now meet Mike. Mike is not a saver. Mike is an investor. He takes that same $500 every month and puts it into a basic S&P 500 index fund. Nothing exotic, nothing risky sounding. Just the 500 biggest companies in America. At the end of 30 years, Mike has $1,130,000. Same income, same discipline, same $500 a month. Sarah has $195,000. Mike has over $1 million. That difference, nearly $935,000, is what I call the silence tax. Nobody charged it, nobody announced it, it just happened. Because Sarah trusted the system that was designed to keep her comfortable enough to never ask questions. And I was Sarah. For years, I was Sarah. I remember the exact moment I realized it. I was sitting at my kitchen table, going through my finances. I had just turned 42. I had $47,000 in savings. I thought I was doing well. Then I found an article, a simple calculator. I plugged in my numbers, what I had, what I was saving, the average inflation rate, the average market return. The calculator told me that in 20 years, my savings account strategy would leave me with the equivalent purchasing power of about $28,000 in today's money. 20 years of discipline, 20 years of sacrifice, and I would end up with less than I started with in real terms. I sat there for a long time. Then I got angry, and then I got to work. Here's the part nobody talks about. It's not just inflation. There's a second force working against you, and it doesn't just slow you down, it runs you over. It's called opportunity cost, and it is brutal. Every dollar sitting in your savings account is a dollar that is not working for you. It is not compounding, it is not growing. It is sitting there, losing value, while the market historically returns an average of 10% per year. Let me make this real. If you have $20,000 in a savings account right now and you leave it there for 10 years at 0.5% interest, you'll have about $21,000. If that same $20,000 was invested in a simple index fund returning the historical average, you'd have over $51,000. That $30,000 difference? You didn't lose it in a crash. You didn't gamble it away. You lost it by doing nothing, by being responsible. That is the cruelest part of this story. The people who get hurt the most aren't the reckless ones. They're the careful ones, the ones who followed the rules, the ones who did what they were told. Now, and I want to be fair here, because I believe in telling the truth, savings accounts are not evil. There is a place for them, a specific, defined place. You need an emergency fund. 3 to 6 months of living expenses in cash, liquid, accessible, real. If you're saving for something in the next 1 to 3 years, a down payment, a car, a trip, a savings account makes sense. You can't afford to have that money fluctuate. But here's where people make the fatal mistake. They treat their long-term money, the money they won't touch for 10, 20, 30 years, the same way they treat their emergency fund. They keep it safe. And safe, over 30 years, is the most expensive word in the English language. So what do you actually do? I'm going to give you exactly what changed my life. Simple, proven. And the financial industry hates that it's this straightforward. Step 1. Build your emergency fund first. 3 to 6 months of expenses. Put it in a high-yield savings account, not a regular one. In 2026, the best high-yield accounts are paying between 4% and 5%. That's real. That matters for short-term cash. Step 2. Everything beyond your emergency fund, invest it. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need a financial advisor charging you 1% of your portfolio every year to tell you what any calculator will tell you for free. Start with a simple S&P 500 index fund or a total market fund. Low fees, broad diversification. You set it up once, you automate it. And then you let time do the work that you've been trying to do manually. Step 3. Stop checking it every day. This is not a joke, it's science. Studies show that investors who check their portfolios less frequently make better decisions and earn higher returns. The market will go up, it will go down. Over 20 years, it goes up. That is the historical fact. Step 4, and this is the one most people skip. Educate yourself enough to trust the process. Because the moment the market drops 20%, every instinct you have will tell you to sell. To go back to the savings account. To be safe. That instinct will cost you everything. I want to leave you with this. The system is not designed to make you wealthy. It is designed to make you comfortable enough to not ask questions. A savings account feels responsible. It feels smart. It feels like what a good, careful adult does. And while you feel good quietly, invisibly, mathematically, you fall behind. I spent years being the responsible one, the careful one, the one who never took risks. And I was getting poorer every single year. The real risk, the one nobody puts on a warning label, is not losing your money in the market. The real risk is watching your money slowly suffocate in an account that was never designed to grow it. You deserve better than that. Your future self deserves better than that. The first step is simply knowing the truth. And now you do. If this hit you, if you saw yourself in Sarah, or in the version of me sitting at that kitchen table at 42, share this video with one person who needs to hear it. And if you want to see exactly how I restructured my finances after that moment, what I invested in, how much, and what it looks like today, that video is right here. I'll see you there.